Building real-time applications like chat, live dashboards, AI streaming, and IoT required manual configuration of WebSocket API resources in CloudFormation, making it difficult to debug issues like missing IAM permissions for Lambda functions. AWS SM now supports WebSocket APIs for API Gateway through the AWS Serverless:/WebSocket API resource type. You can define WebSocket APIs with minimal configuration in your SAM template, and SAM automatically generates required resources and permissions. You specify Lambda function handlers for $connect, $disconnect, $default, and custom routes, and SIM wires up integrations and permissions for each route. The implementation provides feature parity with API Gateway WebSocket APIs, including IAM and Lambda authorization, custom domains, route settings, models, and stage variables. Global support lets you share common configuration across multiple WebSocket APIs, streamlining development and reducing manual CloudFormation work. When resolving device locations, you need to balance the trade-off between accuracy radius and statistical confidence while also understanding how each location was determined. You can now configure confidence levels between 50% and 99% for cell ID, Wi-Fi, or cell plus Wi-Fi solvers, where higher confidence produces larger accuracy radii with greater certainty and lower confidence yields smaller radii with less certainty. You can balance accuracy radius with statistical certainty based on your requirements through HTTP-based location resolution. You can view measurement type in location metadata to understand whether GNSS, Wi-Fi, or BLE resolvers determine each location. You can identify GNSS, Wi-Fi, or BLE resolver methods to assess data quality, debug positioning issues, and make decisions based on how locations were determined. On-call engineers and SREs face the challenge of investigating incidents across multiple tools, switching between observability platforms and documentation while under pressure to resolve issues quickly. Amazon Quick now integrates with New Relic to streamline incident response by connecting to New Relic's Remote Model Context Protocol server. You can invoke New Relic AI agents directly from Quick Conversations to access alert insights, user impact analysis, log analysis, transaction diagnostics, and natural language NRQL queries. You can investigate incidents across observability data and generate root cause analysis documents with evidence links in a single chat exchange. You can automate recurring triage runbooks and escalation workflows using quick flows that invoke New Relic AI agents. Quick surfaces responses alongside enterprise knowledge stored in spaces, such as runbooks and architecture documentation, so every answer reflects both live telemetry and organizational context. This integration is available in all AWS regions where Amazon Quick is available. Many enterprises run critical business processes on desktop applications like mainframes, ERP systems, and proprietary tools that lack modern APIs. This creates a last-mile challenge where AI agents cannot interact with these systems, forcing manual workflows to persist. Amazon WorkSpaces now enables AI agents to securely access and operate desktop applications in managed environments. You can connect AI agents built on any framework using Model Context Protocol integration with minimal code. Your agents can point, click, and navigate desktop applications just like humans, automating workflows across claims processing, trade settlement, and back-office operations without requiring application modernization. You maintain centralized permissions, logging, and auditing controls identical to human workspaces environments. Enterprise observability features including screenshots and metrics provide full visibility into agent activities. With pay-as-you-go pricing and elastic scale, you reduce IT overhead while automating processes across financial services, healthcare, and other regulated industries. When customers contact you through different channels or provide varying contact details, they can end up with multiple profiles in your system. This fragmentation forces agents to manually search across profiles and piece together case history, leading to incomplete context and slower resolution times. Amazon Connect Cases now automatically reassociates cases when identity resolution in customer profiles detects and merges duplicate profiles. You can automatically reassociate cases when profiles merge, ensuring agents see all relevant cases in one place. The system unifies customer history across multiple profiles, eliminating the need for agents to manually search through separate profiles. Agents can now view complete case history in a single unified profile, providing full context for every customer interaction without additional effort. When packaging Lambda functions as container images, you need to optimize images for production with features like multi-stage builds, cross-architecture compilation, and secure credential management. SAM CLI previously lacked support for BuildKit, limiting your ability to use these capabilities. With BuildKit support in SAM CLI version 1.159.0 and later, you can now use multi-stage builds to create smaller final images without development dependencies. You can enable cross-architecture builds to target both x86-64 and ARM64 architectures from the same development machine. You can leverage improved caching to reduce rebuild times and better parallelization of build steps. You can also use Docker secrets during builds to keep credentials and API keys out of your final image layers. To use this feature, update to SAM CLI version 1.159.0 or later and add the use BuildKit flag to your SAM build command. This works with both Docker and Finch. Kubernetes workloads running on EKS often need access to high-performance local storage for temporary data, caching, or performance-intensive operations, but configuring EC2 Instance Store volumes manually can be complex. You can now install the EC2 Instance Store CSI driver directly through the EKS console or AWS CLI as a managed add-on. This driver enables you to attach EC2 Instance Store volumes to your EKS clusters, providing ephemeral block-level storage that is physically attached to host computers. The driver manages the lifecycle of NVM storage volumes and exposes them as Kubernetes persistent volumes, allowing your applications to access high-performance local storage through standard Kubernetes storage APIs. This capability is available across all commercial AWS regions. Managing cluster health and costs in OpenSearch can be challenging when you lack visibility into performance risks and resource utilization. Without proactive monitoring, you may encounter stability issues or incur costs from unused indices. Cluster Insights now addresses these challenges by extending support to all OpenSearch versions from 1.0 onward and Elasticsearch 6.8 and above, enabling you to monitor a broader range of deployments. The new Unused Index Insight detects indices with no search or indexing activity over the past 30 days, helping you identify optimization opportunities. You can then follow recommendations to migrate these inactive indices to warm or cold storage tiers, reducing costs without impacting operations. You access these insights through multiple interfaces including the console, OpenSearch Service notifications, OpenSearch UI, and Amazon Event Bridge, providing visibility and recommendations to prevent performance degradation before it affects your workloads. This capability is available at no additional cost in all supported regions. Upgrading RabbitMQ brokers traditionally required creating new brokers and migrating data, introducing operational complexity and potential downtime. Amazon MQ now enables in-place version upgrades from RabbitMQ 3.13 to 4.2 through the console, CLI, or API. You can upgrade without data migration, as the process preserves your broker configuration, queues, exchanges, bindings, users, and policies. To be eligible, your brokers must run on M7G Graviton instance types and must not use classic mirrored queues, which have been removed in RabbitMQ 4.2. A queue migration tool is available to convert classic mirrored queues to quorum queues before upgrading. After upgrading, you only specify the major.minor version, as Amazon MQ automatically manages patch version upgrades for RabbitMQ 4.2 brokers. Your broker will be unavailable during the upgrade process while Amazon MQ performs the version change. Backing up Amazon EKS clusters with large numbers of namespaces and Kubernetes resources previously required extended backup windows that could span days, creating operational challenges and extended vulnerability periods. AWS Backup for Amazon EKS now addresses this by completing cluster state backups up to 10x faster. You can complete cluster state backups up to 10x faster than before, enabling you to back up clusters with many namespaces and resources more efficiently. You can reduce backup windows from days to hours even for the largest clusters, minimizing the time your data remains unprotected. You can access these performance improvements at no additional cost across all AWS regions where AWS Backup for Amazon EKS is available. The enhancement is automatically enabled, requiring no configuration changes to your existing backup policies. You need visibility into network throttling, memory fragmentation, and connection exhaustion in ElastiCache clusters without running INO commands on individual nodes or calculating baselines manually. ElastiCache now publishes 13 CloudWatch metrics that provide this visibility. You can monitor network utilization relative to instance baseline to detect when burst credits are consumed before throttling occurs. You can detect memory fragmentation that ActiveDefrag can address in OS-level page faults indicating memory pressure. You can track blocked connections waiting on commands and rejected connections hitting max client's limits. You can measure pub/sub channel usage to determine when to switch from classic to sharded pub/sub for horizontal scaling. These metrics are available at no additional cost in all regions where ElastiCache is supported.